Hi, welcome. Today we're going to be making a basic pizza dough. There's a lot of different variations, but this is a standard one that just about anyone can do. We're going to start off with 3 cups of flour and a teaspoon of salt in a stand mixer. When those have combined, we're going to add the additional ingredients, which is a package of yeast that's been sitting in warm water for about 10 minutes and allowed to become foamy. We'll also add a cup of water and 2 tablespoons of extra virgin olive oil. Turn your stand mixer on low speed and then slowly add in your yeast mixture, your water, and your olive oil. After adding all the ingredients, your dough will start off being a little bit crumbly. Give it a little bit of time and the mixer will turn it into a smooth, elastic, and slightly sticky dough. If it doesn't, add a little bit more olive oil. That should fix it. After your dough reaches the right consistency, put flour down on a sanitized work surface, a countertop, or maybe a cutting board. This will help keep the dough from sticking to the surface, and as you move the dough and manipulate it through the flour, it will help coat it and keep it from being quite so sticky. At first this dough looks a little bit to be too sticky, but it really isn't. It's about the right consistency. Once we move it through the flour and manipulate it, we can see it becomes very elastic, very smooth, and has a great texture. It's about just perfect for what we want to use it for today, making pizza dough. Our next step is to cover the dough. Now this can be done with a damp kitchen towel, or in this case I'm using a plastic wrap. We don't want the pizza dough to dry out as it sits and rises, so either one will work as long as it's loosely covered. It looks like here I'm wrapping it very tightly, but I'm not. If you look at the bottom edge of the plastic, you can see there's plenty of space for the dough to rise. Now 2 hours has passed and the dough is doubled in size. Now we're ready to make our pizza. This is enough dough to make 2 pizzas. So my first step is to cut this in half, take half of the dough, wrap it in shrink wrap, then put it in a Ziploc and freeze it for a later date. It can be kept up to a couple of months safely in your freezer. We'll take our dough ball and flatten it into a disc. Then using a rolling pin, roll from the inside out, flattening the dough and working it into a circle. If you're curious about the little dough ball in the background, we're going to use that to make a couple of small breadsticks later on. I'm going to put some cornmeal and some flour on the pizza peel to keep the dough from sticking and making it easier to put into the oven. My wife is using a silicone brush to spread the cornmeal and flour on the peel. You can also do this with your fingers. The whole idea is to evenly coat the peel so the dough doesn't stick. Once you have your dough on the peel, start working it from the inside out with your rolling pin till you get the right size and shape that you're looking for. Here my wife is telling me she would like a little bit of an edge to the dough. This is totally up to you. It helps hold the toppings in a little bit, but it's up to you whether you like that or not on your pizza. Next, we're adding the pizza sauce. This is a sauce we had made prior and had frozen and had defrosted and are now using it tonight. A silicone brush makes it easier to spread the sauce evenly over the pie, and how much sauce you use is totally up to you. Some people like a very saucy one. We like ours on a thin crust to be a little less intense. We've topped our pizza with pepperoni, red onion, Calabrian chili, basil, Parmesan, and mozzarella. The pizza has baked for 8 minutes and has a beautiful golden crispy crust. Thanks for watching the video, and I hope you enjoy making your own pizza at home.